Roger times a car between these lampposts, and the time it takes is 12 seconds. So we know it takes 12 seconds to travel from here to here. And we know the speed limit is 30 miles an hour. So we can work out the speed the car is travelling at. So the speed is distance over time. Okay, so speed, and the distance is 150 meters, and the time is 12 seconds. So 150 divided by 12, this is 12.5, and we know the units are meters per second. So that's how far the car is travelling. Now, is that faster than 30 miles an hour or not? So I think the easiest way is we could change 12.5 meters per second into miles per hour, or we could do miles per hour into meters per second. I'm going to change this. I'm going to find what the speed limit is. So speed limit is 30 miles in 1 hour. Now 30 miles, 1 mile is 1.6 kilometers, is 30 times 1.6. I want it in meters, so 1,600. So it's 1,600 meters is 1.6 kilometers. And 1 hour is 60 minutes in an hour and 60 seconds in a minute. So if I work that out, again I could cancel if I had to do it, but I'll do it on a calculator again. So use the fraction button so you don't get the division working out wrong in terms of BidMass. But always, if you've got a division like this, use the fraction button. And we get 13.3 meters per second. Excuse me. So the car is travelling at 12.5 meters per second, and the limit is 13.3 meters per second. So is the car? No, it is not. Okay, based on the figures we got, the car is not breaking the speed limit. Now we've got a part B here. Now we're told the distances aren't accurate. They're measured to the nearest 10 meters. So I'll keep the speed limit. So the speed limit is 13.3 meters per second. And I'll just rub out this calculation down here to give myself a bit of space. All right, so we want to know the fastest the car could be going. So although this says 50, we know it's only measured to the nearest 10. So if you imagine 50, 40, 60, we're saying 50 is the nearest out of these numbers. So it could be anywhere between 45 and 55. If we're trying to work out the fastest the car is travelling, we want these distances to be big, because clearly they're bigger distances, then he's going faster. All right, so instead of 50, we're going to say, well, that's 55. What if that was 55 meters? Because these measurements are rough. 55 meters. So now we've got the speed is distance over time. And we've got the distance is 3 lots of 55. So now it's 165 meters rather than 150 meters. So it's gone further. Still done it in 12 seconds. So 165 divided by 12. So 165 divided by 12, 13.75 meters per second. So now we've got the situation. And that's the end of the answer. That is the answer. But you'll notice now, if these distances are not very accurate, if they could have been 55, now it looks like he's breaking the speed limit, because the speed limit was only 13.3, and in fact, if those were 55 and not 50, he's actually travelling at 13.75.